Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, I of course am the FPL Train, where on this channel we talk things fantasy football only. And in today's video, of course, I'm going to be revealing my team selection ahead of Game Week 16, which doesn't start until Saturday, but I'm going to reveal it anyway. I've got 2 free transfers, not made them yet, but I've got a very good idea on what I want to do, but have yet sealed the deal yet. But yeah, we'll go through that a little bit later, but for now, we're going to look back on Game Week 15 and talk about how my team got on. You can see it on the screen anyways, I scored 73 points in Game Week 15. I was really chuffed with that one, can't lie, because, I've had, a few decent weeks, but this has probably been one of my better weeks for a long time. I've gone up 500,000 in the world, so I'm now just over the 1 million rank mark. So, big improvement there, really did need it. So yeah, let's talk about it then, shall we? So, Martinez was my goalkeeper for Game Week 15, obviously. I did feel kind of confident that if he's going to get a clean sheet, it's surely going to be against Southampton. And of course, that was the case. Wasn't the result I kind of expected. I did think Aston Villa were going to win this game by like 2, maybe 3 goals. But no, it was a 1-0 game. But at the end of the day, he got the clean sheet, and that's all that matters. Back 3 was a bit crazy, so Rico Lewis got 4 points in the end. Pretty decent, I guess. Could have been a lot more if he didn't get sent off, though. So, I mean, the sending off is an absolute joke, as it is anyway. It just goes to show you, these referees are all crap. God knows how many of them are corrupted as well. So, yeah, he shouldn't have got sent off. So, if he doesn't get that sending off, he's got an extra 3 points there, and I'm laughing at 7. So, that is really frustrating. He should have had 7 points. He should never have been sent off, and it's an absolute joke, but it is what it is. And of course, that leaves the other 2. So, Lewis Hall got just the 1 point against Brentford. It's an absolute disaster for them. I mean, think about it now, that's 7 goals conceded in the last 2 game weeks. I mean, Newcastle have been a bit poor at the back this season, I'm not going to lie. Do I regret buying him? Not really, because he's only 4.4 million. So, it's not like a Kieran Trippier where you spend that much money and he doesn't even play. So, yeah, disappointing there. And then Delight, I mean, just 1 point there. What can you do? One of the goals against Forest, I definitely blame him for not closing the guy down. I think it might have been the first goal. He just, basically walked to the guy who's going to put the cross in, and they score from it. And then, yeah, he's got a niner in goal who definitely should be getting replaced by United for their backup goalkeeper, because that goal that Gibbs White scored was an absolute disgrace of a goalkeeper. I mean, I would have subbed him off for that alone, but they didn't. They kept him on the pitch, and I don't know why, because he's cack. So, yeah, in the end, Delo only came away with 1 point. So with the midfielders then, pretty 50-50 really, isn't it? So Smith Rowe obviously only got the 1 point against Arsenal, came off before the 60th minute mark. Not great, but he would have just got an extra point really, so not really starting a lot there. Rodgers, really disappointed with that one. He got 2 points, should have been 3, but he got a yellow card. And he plays Southampton at home. Like, I was kind of expecting a goal, an assist maybe in that game. To get 2 points from 90 minutes against Southampton at home, pretty shocking, to be honest. I expected a lot better from him. But the other 2 absolutely smashed it. So obviously, if we go back to Smith Rowe, he wasn't in my plans to start. It was obviously Mo Salah, who was supposed to be my captain for the game week. But obviously the game got abandoned against Everton, so he went onto my bench, and Smith Rowe was the first guy to come on. So that is the reason why that's obviously happened. But it works all out in the end, because obviously Palmer was my vice captain for this game week. So that obviously meant that he became my captain with Salah being out. And wow, what a treat I got out of that one. 2 goals, an assist, 3 bonus points. Happy days. Now with my Super 6 I had 4-2. So I nearly got the correct score. But yeah, 4-3. What a game that was against Spurs. You just knew Spurs were going to concede because they just don't like to do it. Defend, that is. They just completely forget about that. They just think you've got to score as many goals as you can. Don't forget you've got to defend. But thankfully, they gave away 2 stupid penalties, which meant Palmer took them both and very calmly and coolly took them both. And what a treat that was. 18 points overall, double that, 36. Happy days. So absolutely smashed it there. So thankfully, it's a good job really that the Liverpool game got, abandoned. And it worked out a real treat for me because I haven't used my triple captain yet. So looks like I could be using it on Salah later down the road in the season. So we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, finally then, that leaves me with Jared Bowen. I mean, I really need this one because obviously it took Mbeumo out, who did score 13 points, I think, in the game week just gone. So the fact that Bowen got 12, thankfully, pretty much cancelled out my mistake in taking Mbeumo out just yet. Probably should have done it in game week 16, but nevertheless, at least Jared Bowen did smash it. I was disappointed he didn't get points against Leicester because, you know, he had so many shots in that game to score, so many chances. But he definitely took them against Wolves, getting a goal and assist. Happy days there. Shame he got the yellow card, or else he would have had the same amount of points as Mbeumo, but he got the yellow card at the end of the game, which is a bit frustrating. But he still came away with the 3 bonus points, nevertheless. Anyway, so absolutely smashed it there, Bowen did, so thank God for that. Definitely did that by Palmer and Bowen. That really did help my rank massively. And that leaves me with my 3 strikers, should I say. So Erling Haaland did actually get a return for us. Definitely be taking that. You know, got a goal finally. You know, got 1 bonus point as well. So, I mean, 2 goals, 1 goal he only scored. Still a bit naff really, but he's got a goal and assist now in the last 2 games. So he's getting points. But 14.9 million he is now. Kind of hoping for a bit, or expecting a bit more. But, you know, still did better than the likes of Cunha and Pedro. So Cunha disappointed again now. Another loss for Wolves. 3 losses in a row. 3 blanks in a row. It's not what I wanted from him. It's not what I expected, to be honest. He's only got, what, 2 or 3 game weeks before I sell him as well. We've had a good run together. Hopefully he does not end it on a sour note, because he's absolutely smashed it. I've had him since he was, what, 6.6 million. He's now 7.1. So I've got quite a lot of value out of him. So hopefully in the next game week he smashes it. And João Pedro, another blank. Bit frustrating really. Obviously in game weeks 11 and 12 he absolutely smashed it, getting 22 points or 23 points out of those 2 games alone. Since then he's had a 2-pointer, a 5-pointer and a 2-pointer. So to blank against, you know, both Southampton and Leicester is worrying and surprising at the same time, especially when these next 3 fixtures look really nice against Palace, West Ham and Brentford. Will he score in those games? I'm not so sure now. He's starting to, you know, make me worry a bit, but hopefully things turn around for him soon, and hopefully he plays more than 70 minutes as well, because I hate it when he goes off early, because that means that game is pretty much done for me. So yeah, hopefully a better performance for him. But at the end of the day, I scored 73 points, and I got a green arrow, which is what it's all about. Now on to my team selection then for game week 16, where, like I mentioned before, I've got 2 free transfers, and I'm pretty confident on what I want to do, but I can't make them just yet, because obviously, I mean, there's no Friday night football and there's no early kickoff on Saturday, so the deadline isn't until Saturday afternoon. So hopefully I get some team news in regards to game week 16, you know, because there's 2 players I want, and both of them are playing at 3 o'clock. Well, sorry, not both of them. One of them is playing at 3 o'clock on Saturday, and I could do with finding out if this player is going to be playing. But anyways, we'll start off then with my goalkeeper, and pretty obvious, Martinez is going to be playing in goal for me. Vladimir doesn't start for Brentford. He's not going to start for Brentford, whereas Martinez does. Forest away though, tricky fixture to be fair, but I got a feeling this could be a 0-0, and I'm hoping it's be like a 1-0 to Villa and a Rodgers goal. But for now, I've got a feeling it's going to be a 0-0 game. No, my luck, it's going to be 3-0 Forest, and I'm going to look absolutely stupid. Hopefully Martinez has another game like he did Southampton, and not a game like he did in Champions League the other night where he conceded a couple of goals. So yeah, he's obviously going to be my goalkeeper. My back 3, there you go. Anyways, you can see the 2 players I'm looking to bring into game week 16, and it's Kwanzaa of Liverpool and Colwill of Chelsea. My defence is pretty crap right now, and I really need to make changes. Mykolenko obviously had that strong performance in game week 14. I did say that is his last game for me, and I'm going to have to get rid of him because his fixtures are disgusting going forward. So I've got to get rid of him. And I wanted to bring in a player who's got great fixtures, and that, you know, immediately brought me to a Chelsea defender. And the only one I couldn't actually afford, I could afford a certain one like Badges. Oh, I can't remember his guy's name, the baddie guy. But anyway, I wanted somebody who's got a good chance of starting. Colwill has a good chance of starting, but he's 4.5 million. And taking out Mykolenko meant I had 4.3 million, so I still need to make another transfer. So it's pretty difficult on who to, you know, decide to go for. But in the end, I'm going to also be taking out Ockley as well of Leicester, just because the guy's not playing. I thought, you know, he would start week in, week out for Leicester when they brought him, you know, but He had a few knocks. He looks like he's lost his position. Connor Cody's back in the team. It's making me go, oh, you know what? There's no point having him. And Leicester's fixtures going forward, they've got likes of Newcastle, Liverpool, Man City, and Aston Villa. That's 4 games in the next 5 they've got. Is he getting a clean sheet even if he did play? No, he's not. So I may as well bring a player who can. Now, then I looked at it and thought, well, if I take Ockley out, that means I've got 3.9 million because obviously I need 0.1 million for Colwill. So who can I get in for 3.9 million? Kwanzaa of Liverpool. Now, this guy has had a stinker so far this season in terms of, what he's actually, game time wise. But the way I'm looking at it is Liverpool have got a lot of injuries at this moment at the back. So, is there a chance that I could get Kwanzaa in? You never say never. Now, the thing is, Liverpool played the other night. Kwanzaa didn't play. It was Gomez. So, could he get rotated? Because he did play 90 minutes against Newcastle. So that is something I've got to think about as well. But this is the key thing. If he starts at the weekend for Liverpool, then I'm going to have him in my team because it's a pretty decent fixture against Fulham. He's 3.9 million as well. It's like a must-have. But if he's not going to start, I'm going to have to go for Charlie Taylor, who also won't start. But the fact is, I don't want a Liverpool defender or Liverpool player in my team that's not playing when Liverpool's fixtures do get good, and they will do eventually. I'm going to want 3 starting Liverpool players, and I don't want to be stuck with one that's always on the bench. So it's a tricky situation, really. So if, let's say I do have to go with Charlie Taylor in the end, then that would mean Delow will have to come in my team because Rico Lewis is going to be suspended for that stupid sending off, which wasn't a sending off. So ideally, if Kwanzaa starts, that'll work out an absolute treat for me. Obviously, he won't start every game week, but I just need him to start for this game week because obviously, after game week 16, I'm going to have Rico Lewis back, and I'm going to have, Delow's also available anyway, but Delow will have Bournemouth at home. I'd rather have Bournemouth at home and Man City away. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, tricky decisions, but that is what I'm thinking. So yeah, obviously, Lewis is suspended, that's why he's on the bench, and Delow's got Man City, so that's why he's also on the bench. With my midfielders, then it's going to be the same four-man midfield that I would have had in the last game week, provided, obviously, with Salah, playing. But he is back again this game week. Smith Rowe is not obviously going to be coming into my team because he's got Liverpool away. You're having a laugh. No chance I'd have him for that game. But yeah, Rodgers got Forest away. Decent fixture, you'd think. But it is a derby. So again, I keep thinking it's going to be a 0-0 without one. Salah's Fulham at home. He's going to be my captain for this game week. Played well the other night against Girona, got the goal got the penalty, scored the penalty, should I say. So hopefully he gets a couple of goals against Fulham at the weekend. Palmer, Brentford at home. I mean, Brentford just love conceding goals, so Palmer's got a good chance to score there. It's a tough one. Do I go Palmer or Salah? I'm going for Salah for captain. And then Jared Bowen's got a Bournemouth away, which is tough to be fair, because Bournemouth are pretty decent in all fairness. But hopefully Bowen will, score a goal. And obviously, with the sad news what happened to Antonio with the car accident, that does mean Bowen's actually playing as the front man up top at the moment. Obviously, Falkirk could obviously go up there and Bowen go back to the winger role. But in the last game week, Bowen did start up front against Wolves, so we'll see how that one goes. And then that leaves me then my front three, consisting of Cunha, Pedro, and Erling Haaland. So obviously, I'm still keeping Erling Haaland. I know people are still thinking about selling him, but Man United, yes, I keep going on about Onana, and that Smith Gibbs White goal, should I say. Jesus Christ, he's awful. And the pass as well, passing was awful. And then right at the end, United needed to get that equaliser. Oh my God, he was mucking about with the free kick, trying to get it further forward, the referee there and having it. I've never seen such a stupid goalkeeper for all my life. United needs to get rid of him or drop him. But they're not going to, so Erling Haaland should score an hat-trick against Man United at the weekend. And obviously Pedro's got Palace at home. Palace at home is great. And same with Cunha, who's got Ipswich at home. The Wolves have to, react after that performance they've just had in game week 15. Wasn't good enough at all. I mean, I expect it to be a tight game against West Ham. It kind of was 2-1, but they needed to win it. They didn't. They've got to. These next two fixtures for Wolves are crucial. Ipswich at home and Leicester away. Ipswich, we'll see how it goes. I'm not actually confident, he will score. but we'll see. But yeah, anyways, that is how my team is going to look then for game week 16. Two changes that I'm looking at making then are Colwell and Kwanzaa. I think Colwell will be in my team. It's just a case of if Kwanzaa starts, he's going to be in my team. If I find out he's on the bench for game week 16, then I'm just going to put Charlie Taylor in because Kwanzaa is just going to be no value for me at all, really. So yeah, that is how my team's going to look. Salah's obviously going to be my captain for game week 16. Let me know what you think of this team, and let me know what you guys want to do for game week 16. Before you go, as well, please don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.